Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my Vegas Cliff Keen Invitational recap. I'm going to run through this pretty quick, and I apologize for this recap being a day late. We got home. I didn't get home about 11 p.m. on Sunday night, and I hadn't seen my family since the Tuesday previous. So I needed to take a day and spend some time with them, and it was a great time. We did the tree, got the Christmas tree, did some other cool stuff, so it was fun. But let me run through the weights from Vegas. Starting at 25, Matt Schneider was going to be the 2 seed. However, he broke out with a skin infection and wasn't cleared to compete. So he actually wasn't able to wrestle. He's not injured. I want to assure our fans and supporters that he's not injured, but it was something that was just ridiculously bad timing. And obviously the NCAA rules are pretty clear. You can't wrestle with a skin infection, so he couldn't go. We expected big things out of him in that tournament. It's unfortunate, but the good news is that we still have a lot of time left in the season. 33, Georgie's just continues to amaze us. He made it to the semifinals and lost in overtime to McCormick, who's from Missouri, who's ranked 8th in the nation. He took the kid down with 6 seconds left to tie the match to send it to overtime and got beat off a scramble in overtime. He's just so darn good. And the scary part is he doesn't even really know anything yet. I mean, he's just going off of toughness and feel and heart. He hasn't even learned a lot of positions yet. So I've said this before, but come March, I think you're going to see I think you're going to see a lot of positive improvements, and just he's going to step up his game even another level. So we're wicked excited for Georgie. I mean, I don't know what his record is, probably 14-3 or something at this point as a freshman heading into the next phase of our training cycle. Is pretty darn impressive, and he's nationally ranked. I think he was 17th going in. I wouldn't expect that would change considering he almost beat the 8th ranked guy in the country. So. At 41, same thing. Spisak with Steiner, which is they broke out the same exact day with a skin infection, so they both didn't get cleared. Again, horrible timing, and Joe was looking for a breakout tournament there. So again, unfortunate, but luckily he's going to go to Cleveland State next weekend, December 15th, and start racking up some matches that way, and then go through the scuffle and from there. 49, Derek Valenti made it to the quarters. He was looking great. He lost to the kid who took second, the kid from Air Force. Came back and just lost a heartbreaker to Paul Young, I believe is his name, the young kid from Army, just a tough, hard-nosed kid. He had him pinned right at the end of the match, and right literally at the buzzer reversed him to get 2, and didn't get it. The kid did a good job of hanging on. So he got knocked out of the tournament after he lost to the Air Force kid in that close of a match. So, Derek, I've said this before, he lives by the sword, he dies by the sword. He wins close and he loses close. He needs to start breaking matches open so he doesn't have to worry about that. And he'll be working on that moving forward. Jed Moore was the story of the tournament, in my opinion. He beat the number 1 seed from Nebraska, All-American James Green. Looked amazing doing it. He's just stepped up his game specifically from the top position. He's just looking so good up there. Made it to the finals, won easy in the semi, 7-0, I believe it was. In the finals, he lost 9-7 to another All-American, Pena from Oregon State, in a great match. And he just really, we've been bragging about him all year, and for good reason. I mean, right now he's looking as good as anybody on the team. 65, Nick Solzer did great as well. He took 3rd in the tournament. He beat, some of his quality wins were Massa from Michigan, who had beaten him over the summer, so he avenged that loss. He beat Toll, returning Big 12 champion, nationally ranked kid from Missouri. He beat him, and his only loss of the tournament was a 1-0 controversial decision in the semis. 74, John Fauzi didn't place. He was the 2 seed. He just had a bad day. Him and Doty both. I'll skip up to 84. It's not that their training wasn't good. It's not that they're not tough kids. It's not that they're not great kids. It's just one of those things. I just don't think they had a good tournament, and that happens in life. And that'll be interesting to see how they respond. At 97, Zach Nye stepped up for us again. Mike Salpic is still out with an injury, so Nye jumped in there and pinned his first guy, and actually lost 4-2 to the guy who ended up taking 3rd, the Pac-12 champ from Arizona State, who ended up taking 3rd, Meredith. He gave him a heck of a match. Heck of a match, and so Nye's pretty darn good. And a heavyweight, Derek Papp got injured. He injured his, well, I won't get into specifics on an injury, but long story short is he had to default after that first round. So we ended up taking 7th as a team, which is pretty darn good for having 3 starters out. Again, Solzer took 3rd, Georgie took 5th, and Jed almost won it and took 2nd. So, we feel like with Derek and John doing what they're supposed to do, and Schneider in there, we probably would have been in the top 3. So we're a very good team. We just need to put it all together, and that's what we'll be looking for. The Southern Scuffle is arguably the toughest tournament we've ever been a part of, ever. It's ridiculous. The more I keep looking at the projected brackets, the more nervous and excited I'm getting. So please stay tuned for those results.